Alrighty guys, what's up? So I have a very special video for you here. So I'm trying something new with the webcam in the corner. Forgive me if I look over at the other screen. I have some notes on there so I don't forget to say anything. This is probably one of the most personal stories I'll ever release on YouTube. This has kind of been the goal of the entire channel this whole time. I'm about to share with you guys some really personal information that I have never shared publicly with really anybody, including family. So you know, whatever it is what it is. I'm putting myself out there on the internet. I don't really give a shit. If you want to make fun of me, I can handle it at this point. But basically, if you know someone that's going through this, you know, share my story. I've reached out to bodybuilding.com, several blogs. I'm trying to get my story out there as best I can. And this is definitely the best way that I can do it at the time. I'm going to keep contacting major publishing companies, but please share this and let's get this out. There's a lot of people that struggle with it, especially among men, and no one really talks about it because it's seen as, you know, a girly issue. So it's like, these are the facts, I guess. There's like 8 million men that struggle with binge eating, especially in the fitness industry. It's commonly, I think, among girls that Lane Norton kind of brought up a few years ago, and you know, most guys don't really talk about it. No guys, you know, really acknowledge it, but I'm doing it because no one else is, so I'll be the one to do it. So anyway, this is my story of battling of the binge monster. So growing up, I was always a fat kid, kind of like everyone else, you know, that has one of those stories. It's nothing out of the usual. I ate everyone else's lunch because mom did not buy, you know, the junk food, Ho-Hos, Twinkies, cupcakes. So basically, I ate 2 lunches every day, probably first grade up through, I'd say, up through basically all of middle school. I ate everyone's lunches. So basically, I was a fat kid on the playground. You know, I got in a lot of fights. I got teased a lot. I got several detentions every year. Probably once a month, average 2 or 3. So basically, that was my growing up. I played football, I guess, not even through high school. I played football the whole time. A, because it gave me a chance to hit the kids that made fun of me. And B, because it was the only sport where I could be, quote, athletic when I was fat. And I also worked at Dairy Queen, which, again, contributed to my overweightness. So, there you have it. I was growing up, I was fat. So, the beginning. So, I got my first girlfriend after my senior year of high school football. She was way prettier than I was. I had a crush on her since probably first grade. We went to the same grade school together. So, I started wanting to lose weight because, A, I didn't work at Dairy Queen anymore. I started working as a landscaper. So, I was doing a lot of physical labor. Weight started to come off naturally just because of the amount of physical labor that I was doing. 2, I didn't have a good reason for it anymore. Like I said, I wasn't playing high school football, so you know there wasn't really, quote, logical to keep weight any longer. And then 3, she was gorgeous. You know, I wanted to kind of impress her and look better. As you can see in that picture, I was probably maybe 210, 220, somewhere in that neighborhood. So I began with small changes, just like everybody else. You know, I started watching what I ate. I started doing a little bit of cardio. I started going to the gym regularly. So, you know, the changes started happening because my body was so far the other way that any small change, you know, would, you know, have drastic results, I guess, what I was saying. So the vanity started increasing with myself. So basically the pendulum went from up here to where, you know, I was a fat kid that would eat every edible thing in sight, including the kitchen counter if that was edible, to, wrong way, all over here to where I started becoming like the Mr. Olympia in training. So the pendulum swing literally went from all the way on the one side all the way to the other. There was no middle ground. So basically, I started increasing the vanity of myself, and I became like a bro science follower to a T. Like if it was, excuse me, if it was categorized as bro science, I believed it like blood, sweat, and tears. Like eating 2 to 3 meals, eating meals every 2 to 3 hours. You know, God forbid you go catabolic, ungodly amounts of protein for, you know, my size. You know, training chest and arms all the time. You walk around with a freaking water jug because, you know, God forbid I live in Ohio and it's not like we have enough clean drinking water. So basically, every bro science thing you've ever seen, I believed it wholeheartedly and gave it everything I had. So as things kept going, this basically became my first, quote, full-time job. I was doing it, as I said, the pendulum swing went completely the other way. I was doing 30 minutes of fasted cardio in the morning, lifting weights 5 to 6 days a week, 90 minutes of cardio after weight training, and 1,800 calories. Not to mention, I even forgot to put on there all the food tracking I did. Basically track nutrients like a freaking macro accountant. I could track every freaking nutrient you could think of. Carbs, fats, proteins, sodium, fiber, everything. tracked it like it was my job, like my life depended on it. I easily put in a full-time job plus overtime, and the rewards were shitty. Let me tell you what, it was costing my life. So, fuck eating clean. You'll get to that later. That's another story. Alright, the glutton. So here we go. Hope you like the GIF, whatever people call them things. So, eating, quote, unclean food. So, God forbid, if I ate one single cookie that my mom made, homemade, fresh baked, chocolate chip cookies out of the oven, whatever your sweet, treat is for you, your sweet tooth, I don't care. Just picture that. So basically, I ate that, I would feel guilt, shame, and punishment. So basically, when I would eat that one cookie, sorry, I ran out of bullets. When I ate that one cookie, I would immediately proceed to eat every single item that was in sight. Every single, you know what, in fact, I'm going to fix it right now, because I'm A, not professional, and B, this is too important to skip. Let's get out of that. So what did I do? Let's see here. 10,000 cows in an hour. Let's get back to that. Alright, so basically, like I said, I would go through, eat everything in sight. I would easily consume probably 10,000 calories within a couple of hours. Easily. So, anything that wasn't nailed down, that was edible, I didn't care. Cereal, chips, cookies, pop, pizza, any junk food that I could find, I ransacked the counters. I basically ate enough for a small village in a matter of hours, which some people probably don't eat in like 3 weeks. So basically, after I do that, I'd obviously A, be sick as hell because I just consumed an ungodly amount of food. Put Joey Chest on, I'd probably beat him at that moment because the amount of food I just ate in a sheer short amount of time. So then I'd proceed to go into punishment. So there'd be more cardio, more weights, less food. My body was already at such like a, quote, frail state. And I even quote, it was at a frail state. You'll see a picture. That it didn't have any more to give. I was already doing more than what is healthy, and I just kept pushing. Because I wanted abs. That was my whole purpose of training. Because I wanted abs. I wanted to be skinny. I wanted to impress girls. And it just started swinging the complete other way. Like I said, the pendulum was going the complete opposite direction of what it was before. So the explosion. So basically, as I wanted abs, so I'd go out. I would eat like an idiot. Not even an idiot. I just glutton. I would eat everything in sight. I'd feel guilty. I'd sit there and sulk in my room. You're never going to have abs. You're never going to make it. Quit being a bitch. You're a failure. You're never going to do it. Quit eating all this fucking food, man. Excuse my French, but this is how I feel, so get over it. So, I'm telling you exactly how I felt. This is no sensory, whatever. So, I'd cry in my room. You're never going to make it. You're a failure. So then I was like, all right, no more going out, no parties, no social events, because, the food's not, quote, clean. That's why you're not having abs. So I basically was in a state of, quote, solitude outside of going to school. So basically it kept going downhill. Then I started having thoughts of suicide because, I wasn't having fun. Every single weekend for 3 years, it would be, in the week I'd eat nothing. I'd consume probably like 5,000 calories during the whole week. And then on the weekend, I would consume probably enough for the next 6 months in a matter of hours. And it just went back and forth, back and forth. My weight would fluctuate. With this picture. Here's a picture. So on the left, this was in November. I don't remember the year. I want to say 2013. That was 160. Look, I am smiling. I have somewhat abs. I'm not even happy. And then on the right is literally December of the same year. 2014, excuse me. Those are both 2014. November 2014 on the left. December 2014 on the right. Those are literally less than 8 weeks apart. Left is 160. Right is about 220. Do you understand what that's an 80-pound swing. In less than 8 weeks. You're telling me this is a problem people don't want to talk about. So basically, this is the bright side of the story. So these are the, quote, like 5 lessons I learned, which are part of the story that I'm trying to get published. So first off, love yourself. It doesn't have to be related to food. Basically, like I said, I hated myself. I had suicidal thoughts. Thought I was a failure, and even the smallest win, if I binged by, quote, like maybe 1,000 calories less than I had in the past, I still didn't even count that as a win. I still counted it as a failure. So basically, I gave myself no momentum, and I just kept putting myself down, you know. So my remedy for this was look yourself in the mirror, directly in the eyes, and tell yourself, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself. And look yourself in the eyes and try not smiling. And be sincere when you say it. Don't just go, I love myself, for the sake of it. Be sincere. You'll be surprised. Okay, you can eat everything, just not all at once. So this is a quote from Orden. I treat this like the 11th commandment. It should be an amendment to the Constitution of the United States, in my opinion. That's how much I believe this. So basically what I would start doing is I ate one treat at every meal. You know, it wasn't a binge, but I still got my, quote, sugar fix, and literally any improvement at that rate was huge. It had drastic improvements. Anything I could do would help me drastically. So that's what I did. You know, I could have a cupcake and not the entire box plus everything that Walmart had in stock. Keep it simple, stupid. No more spreadsheets. Basically, like I said, I was counting nutrients, or a nutrient accountant. I'll show you a spreadsheet real quick. So basically, I went down to 3 meals, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like everybody else. You know, then I have a snack for a pre-workout, you know, maybe a snack if I was hungry, but I wasn't, you know, eating every 2 to 3 hours and tracking nutrients like tracking macros like a freaking accountant. So here, I'll show you a spreadsheet. I'm pretty sure I still have them. Pull up my Dropbox. I kept them because I know I'd talk about this someday. No one would really believe me. So basically, look, nutrition cutting, round 1. Let's see here. Let's see. It's sort by the date modified. I moved everything over to Dropbox a while back, so I'm not sure, you know, where everything is at. Get out of here, Windows 10. Let's see here. There you go. 1,900 calories. This is literally what I used to track religiously. This was week 10 of some cut. And I tracked literally every calories, protein, carbs, fats, supplements. That's why I made that supplement video a while back. All these supplements I was on, taking this stupid fat burner. You know, reward meal, I'd make these notes to myself. Quote, reward meals, gluttony. You know, 1,900 calories. 2,100 calories. Wow, we're getting up there. 21, 19. Let's go to week 11. What was that like? These dates aren't fake. These are 2013, so this is a fact. I didn't just make this up for a cute story for you guys. 1,800 calories. Wow. Mind you, I am 6 foot tall. Currently, I weigh like 190. 1,800 calories is freaking nothing. I can eat 1,800 calories in a meal after a powerlifting meet, even mid-meet. Keep it simple, stupid. Alright, next, burn your scale. 180, 190, 160, 225, 220, and everything in between. These are probably all weights that I weighed during the 3 years of fluctuating diets. So, the scale is not the measurement of success. So, fuck it, for lack of better words. Just throw it out, burn it, smash it with a sledgehammer, run it over with your car, throw it off a bridge. I don't care. Just don't use it. So many times I would step on the scale after a night of binging, and your weight can easily go up 10 pounds, if not more, after a night of binging, especially when you're at 160 at 1,800 calories, and all of a sudden your body gets an influx of 10 times that amount. Your weight's gonna go flying up. You're gonna be way off your highs of way up there. So it's just going to make you feel even worse than you already do because you're sick of all the food. Now you're feel even crappier because of, you know, looking out at that number. So throw it out. Don't do it. It's not a measure of success. It's not going to make you feel good. Just throw it out. That's what I did, and I quit using it. So mind games. So basically one of my kryptonites was parties. So that's why I quit going to them, like I said. But can you really live life like that? Is that really sustainable? No. Unless you want to be miserable the rest of your life, that's not sustainable. So what I did was I created this this game. I'm very competitive. I hate losing. I'll probably make the worst father in the world because I probably wouldn't let my kids win at Go Fish. I just do not like to lose. I don't even care what it is. I just hate losing. So basically, I made this mental game. No one else has to know it's a game, just you. Who cares? I don't care how stupid this is. It worked, and it ended up saving my life, so I'll take that game. So basically, the game was that I had to be the last one to finish my food, because when I would binge, I would just scarf it down, and I'd be 3, 4, 5 plates deep before my body even realized it was food. And once it did realize it was food, it was way past full. It was so full that stuff was flowing back out. I just would eat so fast. By the time my body was like, oh, you got food, I'd already be, like I said, 5 plates deep. So basically, my goal was to be the last one done. So to be the last one done, I had to talk more at dinner. So basically, it helped me to repair the relationships I damaged. Because I damaged a lot of relationships when I went into that, quote, solitude. Not even quote. When I went into that solitude state, I didn't even fake it. I did go into it. When I went into the solitude state, I damaged a lot of relationships because I didn't go out. I missed out on a ton of memories, ton of laughs, ton of family events with friends. So basically that was the game. So I had to talk to people to slow myself down, to keep myself distracted, and it helped me to repair the relationship. So it's basically a win-win. I wasn't overeating. I wasn't, binging, and I was repairing damaged relationships. So 2 of those are the same thing, but regardless, it was a win-win. So, and then the last one is train for fun. Like I said, I had vanity in myself. I was doing everything for the sake of results, and not the results as in I want to win the Mr. Olympia, as in results as in, I want abs, and I want to look good, and I want a physique. That's not the way to train. I don't care if you do marathons, CrossFit, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, strongman, bodybuilding, physique, figure, CrossFit, whatever else, yoga, jiu-jitsu. I don't care. As long as you're doing something that's good for your health and that you enjoy. If you hate it, quit doing it. Life is too short to do something you hate doing. So that's the last thing I learned, was training for fun. So I quit doing physique. It's not a goal of mine. I hated every time going to the gym to do cardio. He really kicked in the balls twice. So I found powerlifting. It was something that appealed to me a lot more than bodybuilding. There's different strokes for different folks. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that for me, powerlifting made weight training and training in general more fun. Okay, so these are the 5 tips that helped save my life through binge eating. This story is true. I did not make any of this up. So I highly encourage you guys. I know this video is long, and if you watched it all the way to the end, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Please share this video, like it, share it with your friends, email it. I don't care. I just want to get the story out there. Not enough people talk about this. And, people are going to, commit suicide over it because I was one of those people. So I'm looking to reach out to people. I want to gauge interests. And my email, get out to me on social media. I have Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, an email account. Just get a hold of me. I'll be willing to help you out. I want to talk to you. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Keep laying the bricks to build your dreams, and God bless.